It's time for the review of Craft. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. 15 years ago, a hyperspace gate appeared in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, connecting Earth to a strange world filled with fairies and monsters. The city of Santa Teresa became a home for over 2 million of these otherworldly visitors. Unfortunately, the population boom also brought its fair share of problems: drugs, prostitution, and trafficking. To combat the rampant crime lurking in the city's shadows, a new department was established in the Santa Teresa Metropolitan Police. Former JSDF soldier Kei Maboto is one of the best cops the department has to offer. Despite his inclination to occasionally bend the rules, after a fairy trafficking case goes wrong, Kai loses Rick Fury, his friend and partner of 4 years, sending him on a quest for revenge. To help him with the case, the department pairs him with Tarina Exadina, a noble of the Faribian Kingdom. As one of the Knights of Moderna, her duty is to rescue the noble fairy that Kai encountered during his last case. Despite his distaste for non-humans, he accepts the arrangement at the request of his superiors. Now the unlikely duo must come together and overcome their differences in order to return the missing fairy to her country and avenge the death of Kai's partner. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered July 9, 2019 to October 1st, 2019. It is based off a light novel series. It is action, fantasy, magic, police, and sci-fi. Each episode is 20 minutes per episode, and it's rated R and 70 plus for violence and profanity. Now let's get started into the review. For this anime in particular, I feel like it got a lot of mixed reviews depending on the viewer and the audience that was watching it, especially when it came out in 2019. I feel like the overall premise of this supposed to be like a cop show duo, with a little bit interesting supernatural twist to it from the premise of the plot and the storyline. But I think for Cop Crap, I feel like the duo was interesting between two different norms of species, human being and fairies, especially with those two races kind of intermingling together, and with that caused some interesting problems, like Sin City in their own version of it. I feel like even though it came out in 2019, the animation was fine, it was smooth, but I don't know, I think in 2019 we had a higher expectation of that bar for the animation to be a little bit better than what we were actually given on the screen. I think sometimes when you're dealing with animation, it can be good in some parts and not well in others. And I feel like for this one in particular, maybe the alien races I thought were going to look a little bit more unique than what we actually were given, especially with the main protagonist being human and the other one being like a fairy warrior type of species or genre that we're putting her like the subsect in. I feel like with the characters themselves, we kind of focus on this cop duo with different backgrounds and different motivations. And I feel like for her, we were not given too much of how she was going to grow and adapt to the human world, and vice versa. And I think, try not to get too much away in this anime, that it was on, I didn't want to set it too high on my pedestal of the bar to be disappointed, but I wasn't disappointed in the long run. I would just didn't live up to the hype that I thought it would be, especially with the artwork for the trailer and the animation and the storyline. The storyline was fine. I just think it didn't reach it to the cop show that I was hoping it was going to portray to be. I think one thing that's important to mention is that the characters I feel like didn't have enough development for my standards, but I feel like if they were just fleshed out enough, there could have been more of a sense of relatability for these characters, especially on both sides, for the cop and the fairy warrior type deal. And I think if you had fleshed them out even more, especially for his partner, I think she could have been a little bit more relatable, a little more of her motivations, her personality, her quirks, or maybe her interests. Same thing goes for the cop too, since someone's this whole gun-ho path of vengeance for the fallen deathless partner, which is completely understandable. Otherwise, I thoroughly did enjoy it. I admit it's not for everyone, especially if you want to offer someone an anime recommendation. It's a nice cop series, but this is the one that you kind of recommend. I feel like for the series in general, if you want somewhat of an okay cop series, then this one you can. But if you're looking for a different one, I think you can offer someone like ID Invade or another cop show like Psychopaths or something along those lines. It is worth a while to at least check it out, given the intriguing look of it, especially with his partner design. Overall, it wasn't bad. I just think I wish they just had filled it out just a little bit better, and minus the fan service here and there in the couple episodes that we were given. Besides that, I think the storyline just need to be a little more well developed along with the characters, that way to get the story more moving. Other than that, it was okay. The pacing was fine. I had no problem with it. I just wish that they had fleshed out the characters a little bit more, so I can get some type of relatability of why they're doing these to work, and how their mission is going to end up rescuing the kidnapper or not from the main protagonist's last case. But check out the anime for yourself and let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in to this anime review. Give this video a big thumbs up and know that you liked it. Don't forget to comment down below in the comment section what anime want to review next, or any suggestions that you may have. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content in the future, and subscribe to join the anime family. And I will see you soon for another anime review. Until then, bye.